Hello, I'm Jimmy Glenos, your Life and Leadership Locksmith, and I'm here to help you get out of a jam, a rut, a stuck place, or anywhere you think you need a little nudge, some guidance, or even a full-blown action plan. If you're ready to break out and break through to a brand new you, let me help you find the keys. Let's not wait any longer. It's time to unlock the shortcut. Hello and welcome to Unlock the Shortcut. I'm Jimmy Glenos, the Life and Leadership Locksmith. Today we are going to unlock how to embrace change and promote growth. To unlock this shortcut, it takes 3 keys to take us from the mindset of loathing change to loving growth. Are you ready? Let's get started. Ooh, change. Sounds painful, right? What about growth? Does that sound painful? Well, to some of us, growth does in fact sound painful. In fact, you've likely heard the phrase growing pains. Funny thing is, we never use the term changing pains, which would be more appropriate since most of us hate the idea of change and we really dislike having to go through the stages of change. So if all growth is in essence change, and we're okay with the term growing pains, let's just replace the word change with growth, and everything should be fine and dandy, right? Well, sure, but it's not that easy, is it? What we need is a shortcut. But before we unlock that shortcut, let's take a step back and get a better view. First of all, change does not have to be so difficult. In fact, we're the ones who make it difficult, not our boss, not our spouse, not our friend, and not the situation. We're the ones who make change hard for ourselves. We just can't stand the idea of leaving our comfort zone. We can't imagine change actually being good for us, even though we change for the better all the time. We sabotage ourselves time and again over and over, when all we really need to do is shift our perspective. We just need to consider change in a positive, opportunistic way. Instead of fighting change, let's embrace growth. Because no matter how you slice it, all change is really growth. Don't believe me? Check this out. What happens when we are about to encounter change? Well, one of 2 things happens. We either embrace the change because we're excited about it, or we battle against it because we are dreading it. So let's start with fear and dread. When we are fearful of change, it's pretty difficult to see exactly how this change will enhance our lives in any possible way. For example, at work, we have to learn a new piece of software that will be hard to figure out because it's unknown, and we are used to what we already have become accustomed to. When we move to a new city, we have to figure our way around this very strange place. Where the heck is the nearest bank, the drugstore, or any other place we might need to go? And in a difficult conversation, we have to battle against someone else's point of view because they have different values, different beliefs, different experiences and opinions. There's a good reason to be anxious or fearful when we're about to experience change. Now, compare this to when we're excited about a change. At work, when we get to learn a new software that might help us do our work more efficiently and gain us a new skill to add to our resume. When we move to a new city, we get to explore new restaurants, museums, and all those cute little neighborhoods in this vibrant new town. And in difficult conversations, we get to learn a new way of seeing things that can bring much needed clarity around a subject and likely give us leverage in this and any future conversations. Each situation's the same, except for the way we think about it. In one case, we have to do things, and in the other, we get to do them. But I know, it's really not that easy, is it? I get it. And I've got the keys. 3 keys are going to help you create a mindset that invites, embraces, and leverages change to achieve positive, successful growth. Here are the 3 keys. Key number 1, accept that change is happening. Key number 2, find the opportunity in the change. And key number 3, leverage the opportunity to develop in a meaningful way. So let's explore key number 1, acceptance. Acceptance is where it all starts. When something new comes along that we didn't plan or expect, we react with surprise, and not the good kind of surprise. And then we rebel, and then we actively battle this pending request to change. And after some amount of time, we finally realize that change is here to stay. And we come to accept it. We may not like it, but we accept it. But what if we decide to willingly accept that change is happening right from the start? No complaining, no rebelling, just willingly, or maybe even eagerly, accepting the inevitable change. Because let's face it, that change is coming and ain't nothing you can do about it. Best to get on board and find the opportunity. Which brings us to key number 2. Find the opportunity. Finding opportunity is a bit easier, but you've still got to work at this because our minds typically go straight to the negative when we encounter stress. How do we beat this automatic shift to the negative? Well, sometimes it can be hard to find anything good in change. All we see is differences, difficulty, pain, and problems. When things look this bleak, we need to flip the script. If all we see are problems, we need to imagine solutions. If all we see are stumbling blocks, we need to imagine them as stepping stones. And if all we see is discomfort, we need to imagine resilience. Flipping the script on the challenge of change fosters flexibility and promotes productivity. Once we can see the glimmer of opportunity, we can now move on to key number 3. Leverage opportunity to initiate meaningful development. Sounds great, but how do we do that? Well, this key comes with a little technique called Canif. When something stressful comes our way, we approach it with the attitude of, oh, I can do this change if, and then we insert the positive outcome that we want to see. For example, you're asked to come back to the office full time, but you very much prefer to continue working remotely. I think we can all relate to this one. Using Canif, you might think, I can work in the office full time if it helps me be more readily recognized by my manager. Or, I can work in the office full time if this allows me to focus more intently on my work, helping me cut down on hours spent behind the desk. Or, I can work remotely in the office full time if I spend my commute increasing time spent towards self-improvement and self-care. All of these can-if scenarios keep you in an opportunity-seeking mindset. They also promote success-seeking strategies that you can actualize and appreciate immediately. One of the greatest side effects of can-if thinking is that it supports and expands the effectiveness of the first 2 keys we discovered today. And everybody likes a little extra help when they can get it. Now, I'm not sure if you realize this, but we just unlocked the shortcut to less stress, more engagement, and greater productivity at work, in life, and even across relationships. That sounds like the perfect performance trifecta to me. So, how will you decide to accept and embrace the change you see before you? How will you flip the script to find opportunities masquerading as problems or difficulties? And how will you leverage these found opportunities to initiate meaningful development in your life, work, and relationships? By learning to accept change and find opportunities with the purpose of achieving meaningful development, we create a mental environment that is primed for continuous growth and limitless possibilities. Well, that does it for today. But before we go, I want to thank you for making us a part of your busy day. And if you found this message inspiring, please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. I'd love to hear from you. And if you love this episode, share it with friends and family and on social media. And tag me, Jimmy Glenos, so I can see what you're up to and support you too. If you want to dramatically improve your health, wealth, leadership, or relationship, take the next step and partner with me as your coach. Head to my website at jimmyglenos.com. I look forward to working with you soon. Until then, I'm Jimmy Glenos, the Life and Leadership Locksmith, helping you unlock the shortcut. See you next time, everybody.